Hello everyone, and welcome to this surprise summit here in Douglaston. I was able to get off work early again this week. I'll go into it quickly that some of the residents of my nursing home, they're fine. This week it's only 2 floors confined due to the flu. That's what they told me, officially was the flu, so yeah, that's good news right there. But anyhow, let's focus on Douglaston, shall we? So here we are at Northern Boulevard and Douglaston Parkway, where just shortly we will be making our final destination to the Douglaston train station. And yours truly actually has to take the Q12 going back because, like last week, me and my dad have our rendezvous point back in Auburndale because he doesn't want to travel all the way out here. So, taking the bus back. Thankfully, I have enough money on my Metro card for a round trip to do Q12 both ways. So, one thing I want to note here is that this is where the bike lane, this is a controversial bike lane here on Northern Boulevard. And I just saw somebody going on it. Very quickly, the wind is not that bad today. It could be worse, but, you know. Yeah, down there is the bike lane, and it goes all the way near the hotels by Springfield Boulevard, where Springfield Boulevard starts and ends. And I know for a fact we're right by one of my favorite lakes. Oakland Lake is right near here. I had to do a video there one day, but you know. There is parking for a pizza store here. I'll quickly show you that. Parking for Guy Darno's only. I think that's across the street over there. Yeah, so we'll try to get a better look at it. I think there's valet parking, because I used to remember this was an auto repair shop, but then they closed. Maybe a couple years ago, I don't remember. But here comes the Q12 going the other way that I need to go later on back to Francis Lewis. Very quickly, there's the Q12. So we'll try to get a bus number. Wow, bus scanning segment, that's pretty good. I couldn't get you the bus I just got off from, but here we are. Another Steigle bus, Ryan 7 3rd Gen 7394. Here's an epic fail. The gas tank is all taped up. Also want to mention that this is an area served by the 111 precinct, just like where I was last week at Kekkonen Park, but yeah, so you have your liquor and wine store, French Cleaners, Gardino Catering, the pizza store, Chinese shop, Self Fitness. This is a nice area to be in, I'll admit that, because I actually am looking into moving into this area, because the good news is I'm in the fare zone where I can do a round trip for a good price. Let's say I want to do oh, we're going to have to ignore that. So we'll continue on. But diner, deli, National Art League, laundromat, other pizza stores. So you have 2 pizza stores, so we're going to have to walk by. But yeah, I wouldn't mind moving out here. Because if you look at the map, we'll go by this guy very quickly. That time of the year, folks, because spring is starting on Wednesday, and the first official day is on Thursday, but I'm going to mention before, this is one of the areas I'm looking into moving to in the future, because I'm in the fare zone where I can do a round trip between Little Neck and, where is it? Right. Do Little Neck if I want to take the 36, which I don't want to take the 36. 36 isn't as frequent as the 27. So, if I need to take the Q27, good news is I actually have that luxury if I want to go to LIJ, or let's say I want to take nice bus and take the N25, or I can do that if I want to. So I have my transportation options, and I'm on top of the Port Washington branch, which another plus side moving to this area would be I get half-hourly train service. And again, these are nice apartment buildings. They look decent. I wouldn't mind moving out to an area like this. So I'm going to try to see if I can get to the train station. We're going to start our summit there very shortly. This building has construction right now. Look at that. Doing construction. Just like in my condo in Maryland. They recently renovated there in Ocean City. So here's something dangerous I don't like, is this. I don't know what this is about, but I like to know why isn't there a stop sign or a crosswalk? I think we're going to have to find one. They have a little bit of a park here, I think. That looks like a park up there. I actually do a little bit of a park segment later on, I think. Yeah, I see the New York City park sign, so that's pretty good. I think we can actually go here. There's an overlook. I think this is like a little hiking trail in a way. Let's take a look at it for a sec. Yeah, see? It's a little bit dangerous to go over here, but I don't care. I want to get a good look at the water. Whoa! This feels steep. I don't care. I have plenty of time to walk around here. Yeah. So we're trying to get a view of Valley Pond, because we're on top of Alley Pond. This is a good area for me, because if I were to move out here, I can take the 13 or the railroad, go to Kekkonen Park. It would be nice, you know? I'd have that luxury of dealing with that. Again, this is a nice little trail. I mean, yes, you have apartments over there, but it's a little bit hidden, in my opinion. I don't want to record that long because, you know, I gotta save the recording space for the railroad segment, but I gotta admit, this is nice. Smell that little earthy air. It would look nice if it was the winter, but it's the closest I'm going to get to it, I think, because I don't want to walk near that tree. I could bump into it, and it's so decently. Yeah, I don't want to cut this. I don't want to cut this bad boy down because these trees have been here for so long, and if anybody were to tear them down, it would just be a disaster. Hang on, one last thing I want to zoom into. Maybe I can't get it, but I think there's a down tree limb over there. You can see it. Yeah, there we go. I can get it on camera. And somebody from the Parks Department should look into cleaning that up, because this is a hiking trail, you know. You don't want to, you know, have that be there. There is one positive this week. I'm looking at the ground, and it's pretty nice that, you know, it's here. But I think next time I can maybe do the trail. I'll look up on Google and see how bad the trail is, because if it leads to Northern Boulevard, I could take this trail maybe. I don't know. I've never been on it before. So as I said, this is my first real introduction to Douglaston. I'm never in this area. I'm normally in Bayside. So, yeah, I think I'm going to start recording at the moment. I want to save room for the train station segment. So, next up, we will now go to the Long Island Railroad station here in Douglaston. We are near the Douglaston train station at the moment. We're on 235th Street. Bicycle rentals are here, so that's pretty good that you can get bikes here. Can't find old school store like that anywhere in Queens, I guess. Okay, got a hair salon over here. I don't think they're open at the moment. That sucks. But the Chinese place is open, so that's pretty good. Got an A rating from the city, so that's excellent. Foot and spas here. We got a Post Legion. Oh, I think this is like a Veterans War house here. See, this is so scenic. You have a nice area around here. You have the deli grocery. You have building 4224 is here. So this is not really a bad area in my opinion, to be in if you can get the rent. Because again, remember, if I were to do a round trip, I will show you how much a round trip, let's say from here to Flushing, is on the machine with my disabled ticket later on. Because remember, it's the cheapest option, and plus, remember, I'd rather would have access to go into Flushing and take the 27 if I could. Should be an easier option in my opinion. Or again, if I'm in the mood, I can just walk. Ah, another office building. This is 4206. Okay. So here we are, folks. We are now here at the Douglaston train station along the Port Washington branch. And more importantly, look at this. This is kind of distasteful. There is a Italian place here, but this could be used for railroad parking. I guess not. Guess the MTA didn't want that. So, let's get started. I think there is an underpass that goes to the other side. Oh, we'll go there after. We'll go there after. So, looks like there is a station house. That's pretty good. I think it's closed at the moment. Like I said, we'll do comparisons later on. Oh, I looked up this area, believe it or not, before I came here. I researched it. And that's another stairwell down there. Ah, Con Edison's doing work over here. Good for them. Gives this area a good look. There's like a piece of graffiti around here, but not here at the station. Not that I'm aware of. So one thing I'm noticing is that this platform is decently wide. It's not as like New Hyde Park. Speakers, I'm trying to see if they're JBL here. I don't think they're JBL at the moment. So next train to Port Washington is scheduled to leave at 2:18. I don't think you can see it because we tried this in Westbury and that didn't end up so well. That is, of course, Douglaston Parkway up there. Also want to mention that you have a town garden like Auburndale has, but not at the train station. So, one odd thing. I think down there is the parking lot. So at least there is parking, but I'm not too familiar with the parking situation here at Douglaston. Let's see what the other signs are. I don't see, yeah, there's the other signs. I don't see any on this platform, but we will go to the other platform once again later on. Try to head over there. We'll continue walking. And I'll show you a negative thing, just like Little Neck. I think Bayside may have this, but I'm not too sure. So over here, you have the station. This is like a little hut where you can wait for your train. And this is where the vandalism is bad. I'm already seeing it right here. It says SEEP. And it says J-A-I-Z. Well, there's two things that said SEEP, and oh my god, that's disgusting. And somebody left their lunch here. Wait until the birds come. I hope somebody from the MTA will come out and pick it up, because remember, I'm not at this station. I don't come out to this part of Queens that often. I may in the future if I have free time. Normally I'm not out here. Normally I'm not. So one positive I will mention here is that you do have very long platform. And that's pretty good. I don't think it lets you out down there, but there is somebody, I think there's two people waiting to go westbound to Penn Station at the moment. So we'll go to the underground passageway very quickly, and then I'll try to see if I can get a view of the parking lot. So again, I believe there is parking here, but I think you may have to, I think it's metered parking. So if the city is to maintain this, I think it would have to be metered parking. So I also want to mention that this is platform 2B. I also mentioned that What else is new? Wooden ties. Because again, this is not the Babylon branch. Even though, again, we have flyers to Great Neck. Most cases. Oh, here's a salt box, by the way. Well, I don't know if that's necessary because it's almost spring. So we're trying to go down this way. I'm going to go down the steps. So I don't think the station is ADA accessible. I don't see a wheelchair ramp. I don't see an elevator. So this station's not ADA accessible. So if you're handicapped, I wouldn't recommend coming here. Because this is not a station you want to be if you're in a wheelchair. That's for sure. And one positive thing is that they keep this well lit, so that's pretty good. Oh boy. You guys see, so one of them is vandalized. Let's see if the other one's vandalized. Nope. Yep, these are vandalized, look. Let's see if anything else is vandalized. Nope, nothing else is vandalized at the moment, so yeah. I don't think that's vandalized at the moment. Not that I'm aware of. But some salt here. So I don't know what that's about. Try to see if the waiting room is open. So I'm curious to see if the waiting room is in fact open at the moment. Try to get the waiting room hours. Trying to get you your information here very quickly. Let's see, what time does the waiting room close at? I don't think they mentioned it here. Yeah, Q12 is in walking distance. Yeah, that's wrong. N21. N21. I thought that route was terminated. I think it was. I don't remember an N21 being here. I'm trying to see what time the waiting room is closed at. I want to get you that time, but I don't think they list it here. That's very odd. So, Fort Washington branch schedule, effective March 4th. Once again, we'll be ending on May 19th. So here we go. Let's do a round trip. Let's say I want to go to Douglaston and I want to go to Flushing, right? So let's say I do senior disabled ticket, right? So let's see how much it is. Yep. $8.25. That's very odd. How much is it one way? Just curious. Here an announcement. It's pretty loud here, I will admit that. Douglaston to another station, so I would have to do Flushing. Yeah, $2.75. I think that's why it's $8 if you want to do a round trip. Again, I'll do a round trip very quickly one more time just to confirm it, but $8.25. That'd be a little bit tricky to afford. I'd have to take the Nice Bus, unfortunately. If that were the case, but if I were to get that apartment building, I would say, you know what, I can wait for Nice Bus inside. Once again, let's do Douglaston to Flushing again. Peak disabled. Yeah, $8.25. So I think Douglaston might be an option out, unless I were to be at Oslam full time. That would be the only way it would work out. So once again, I don't see waiting room hours, so that's very alarming, unless it's like Bayside, because I know Bayside, they close at 2:45. Once again, that's very alarming. They don't list the waiting room hours here. That's very alarming. Okay, now we are here at the waiting room at Douglaston. One positive thing here is that, yes, you do have a restroom here. And I think they left this here last week for the Port Washington branch for the St. Patrick's Day Parade, which was on Saturday, because we had the half marathon on Sunday. I just wish the railroad would have run more service out to the thing. Let's see. Probably this is going to close at 2:45, most likely, if anything. I have to find out what time it closes, because again, that's just wrong. They don't tell you, oh, well, the waiting room's going to close at this time, and again, they don't list the hours here. I find that very, very this alarming here at the Little Neck station. So I'm going to see down there if that's the parking for the Douglaston train station, because again, maybe they just assume that you're going to park on the street, but like I said, no wheelchair ramps, just stairs. Just stairs. How is that acceptable? I find that wrong. So I'm definitely going to have to not look into this area, because I still need the Q27 to get home, so Flushing's the only option, but if I want to come out here, I could still do that, if I were willing to. I think this is where the other hiking trail ends. Oh, okay, folks. I think I know what that is. That's a school down there. That's definitely a school. I hear kids. I thought that could be train parking, but I guess not. Yep. Metered parking. Then again, you know who to blame for this. Patty Trottenberg, the commissioner of the New York City Department of Transportation, doesn't care about people who have to use the Long Island Railroad to get to and from Penn. Insanity. Just pure insanity. They don't care. They don't care. Alright? They just don't. They're like, oh, yeah, well, what did I say? Long Island Railroad's important, especially for the people out here who don't want to deal with the 7. They're giving up on the 7, and instead they're taking the Long Island Railroad to get into the city. Oh, never mind, I do see a ramp, good. So there is a ramp here. I don't see one on the other side, so may have to be down there, I guess. But there is a ramp here, so that's pretty good. We'll admit that. There is a ramp. So once again, next train to Penn should be coming at 2:24. So I think what we're going to do is, I'm going to go to the other side, and what we're going to do is now, to have a proper end of this video, we will now do a rail fanning segment. So, stay tuned for more, as now we will rate the arrival of the 218 eastbound train to Port Washington, followed by the 224 westbound train, which will be going to New York Penn Station. So I didn't notice this earlier, there is graffiti here. What else is new? But anyhow, here comes the rail fanning segment, folks. So it's right now 2:19. The train is 1 minute late, but here we are. Here comes our first train. So our first train for this rail fanning segment, lead car is 7626 M7 train, which was brought onto the Long Island Railroad fleet back in late 2003, early 2004. And again, I will quickly mention that you have the M9s coming later this year, so that's excellent. And I am noticing that this train has at least 12 cars. It has to be 12, because most cases on the Port Washington branch, that's what it's like.
This station is
wow.
Douglaston. This is the train to
listen to that
Washington.
speaker.
The next station is
Little Neck. Alright, so we're going to wait for the doors to close at the moment. All the passengers are coming off. Because remember, this station does get half-hourly service. Oh! It just gave out information. They're installing, to accommodate installation of new escalators at track 16 at Penn. Because I remembered back in January, track 18 was closed, because they did the same thing last year. The conductor's wondering, what am I doing? Well, I'm doing rail fanning. So here we go. Once again, I'm assuming this has to be 12 cars, because I said I know this branch very well, and at least this has to be 12 cars. 10 to 12 the most. Because I was wondering if there was an M3 today, I would be like, that'd be fun for a rail fanning. Okay, so right now it is 2:21. So next up, we will now rate the arrival of the 2:24 train, which will be going to New York Penn Station. So the current train, the 2:23, just left Little Neck. It's now on its way here to Douglaston. So here we go with another M7 train at the moment. So here comes the M7. Lead car 7027. I see this on the main line all the time. I can definitely tell. I've seen this on the main line once when I left from Hicksville. I think I recognize that car. So, once again, another train that at least has 12 cars on it. So here we go. So again, let's get the loud announcement very quickly. Because again, you have your loudspeaker. This station is Douglaston. This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Bayside. Remember, no one knows the Port Washington branch better than Andy's Randomness. Quickly want to mention, I will say this right now, yes, this train will be stopping at Auburndale. I am pretty sure it will be. Because I know for a fact that an hour from now, which is the 3:23 train, that's going to stop in Auburndale. So again, this train will be stopping at Auburndale, or as I like to call it, the Osdom Hall Station. They really should call it Auburndale Osdom Hall, because it's very, I mean, think about it, you have where I work, Osdom, so it makes complete sense. So there it goes. I think we have time for one more rail fanning segment. I don't know, I'm willing to wait it out. Yeah, because I have my portable battery, so right now what we're going to do is, we're going to do one more rail fanning segment, and I know the next Port Washington, the next Penn train actually stops only at Broadway, because also I know for a fact that that train that just left, that goes to Murray Hill as well. And I know that's Mocha 18 station. Sorry, Mocha, the next rail fanning segment, unfortunately, this train's going to be stopping only at Broadway. I know that sucks, but I can't do anything about it. I'm not the Long Island Railroad where I can make local service all the time. We will just confirm the station timetable right now. So like I said, yes, this train will be stopping at, I'm going to confirm, yeah, Auburndale and Murray Hill. I know that train very well. I know that train very well. That's train 451. I know that train definitely stops at, that train's definitely going to Auburndale at the moment. Which again, I'm not taking it, because if I go to Auburndale from here, that's $250, and I don't have $250. I'd rather just pay another $135 to get on the bus. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to wait in here for a bit, take the portable pack out, and if they kick me out, well, I'll leave, because let them know I'm going to be waiting for the Q12 bus later on anyway to get back to Auburndale. One last thing I want to mention, that this is the branch manager. His name is Oscar Williams. So of course, complained about it because, you know, I don't want to complain. I mean, thankfully Jamaica, again, they maintain it very well because it's the main hub of the railroad in a way. So without further ado, I think we're going to wait for the next rail fanning segment, and then I will be on my way and I will be catching the Q12 bus. So stay tuned for more. I noticed more graffiti here, folks. So long as Douglaston's not really that perky station you would expect to be, but that's shameful. Right now, I'm waiting for the next train to do the rail fanning segment on, and we'll wrap up this video because, again, I do have to get back to the Q12 bus to meet up with my dad in Auburndale. I did promise him I would be at Francis Lewis and Northern at 3:30 to meet up with him. Here we go, folks. Here comes the eastbound train. So once again, this is the 2:49 train, and the schedule says 2:50. We're on the westbound platform because I don't want to walk back to the other side until I'm done filming here. So I do have to get back to Northern Boulevard and get the Q12. But anyhow, 7254, another train that I am familiar with for the lead car. Another train I think I've seen on the main line as well. That makes two trains I've seen. 7354, another car I'm familiar with. I think that's the one that had the broken bathroom, I think. I do remember. So I am noticing, I think this is a 10-car train. This station is Douglaston. This is the train to Port Washington. The next station is Little Neck. As you leave the train, please remember to step over the yellow gap between the edge and the platform. I'm telling you, I wish I knew who did the Long Island Railroad voice because he has such a deep voice. I love it. Ooh, move backwards for a second. That's awkward. The train just moved backwards. That's very awkward. But yeah. Yeah, there's somebody else. I think that might be one of my fans, folks. That could be. I saw a female holding up her camera. I think she took a little bit of Andy's randomness behind the scenes. Back car is 7245. I didn't get the back cars earlier because I couldn't get the shots. So right now in about 2 more minutes, the westbound train to Penn should be coming. I know for a fact that there are 2 buses I can take because I know there's one bus that goes to Bella Boulevard by 3:16. So that should get me to Francis Lewis hopefully before 3:30 so I can meet up with my dad like I did last week. Because, you know, I don't want to make my dad traipse all over the place. You know, as long as I make curfew, that's all that matters to him. Or if I got work until that time. Because it's also my mom. She works in Glen Oaks and, you know, I left early a couple weeks ago and my dad said, no, you're not taking the bus. No. I don't want you home early. So thankfully, me and him compromised. So, yeah, I don't want to be stuck at Osnum doing nothing. I'd rather do what I love, and that is my passion for the Long Island Railroad and NYCT. And who knows, maybe Metro North one day. I like to do Metro North. Okay, so this is interesting. I don't think the waiting room is closed at the moment, so that's pretty good. Because if you wanted to wait for the other train that goes to Auburndale or Murray Hill, you could still do that. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. So again, I'm waiting to see if the train is leaving Little Neck at the moment. Yeah, I think I see the train. I think I see it. I think it's just about to leave Little Neck. And again, that's an M7 because I'll quickly mention that I was on the My LIRR website, and it did mention that there was about a 10 train, I think it was an 8-car train. Yeah, because I'm wondering, that there shouldn't be 10 or 12 cars off peak. There shouldn't be. Should at least be 8 cars until on-peak service starts at 4 o'clock. So that makes it very awkward. Also, I quickly want to mention another reason why I'm out here, even though it is cloudy in a way. I mean, there's some clouds. It's not that bad being out here today. It's like 45, but the wind's, I mean, it could be worse. It could be really windy, but it's chilly. It's not January type cold, so that's pretty good because, as I said earlier, Wednesday is supposed to be vernal equinox. There's somebody going overboard. That's a little bit too extreme in my opinion. I mean, maybe a hat would do, but definitely not scarf. I mean, no, it's almost 50 degrees today. But I did hear the weather, and it's supposed to actually hit 50 this week. So I think we're supposed to be in the low to mid 50s this time of the year. So let's hope we can get to that. That's a good sign. Once again, warmer weather. As I said, I don't know what's taking this train so long. Because again, I see it down by Little Neck at the moment. And it's taking its time. Yeah, it's 2:54 right now. So it's already running a minute late. So a lot of antsy people trying to get westbound into the city right now. I don't know if there's an event at the Garden tonight. I don't know if there's an event at Barclays because, you know, most cases some people do come here. They would rather just transfer to the 2 and the 3 at Penn and then just go to Brooklyn that way. Because you can't transfer to Brooklyn from Woodside. That's idiotic because then you have to transfer at Woodside and transfer at Jamaica. That doesn't make any sense. It makes more sense to just come to Penn Station first and then take the 2 and the 3 line to go to Brooklyn. And then you have Broadway shows, so that's going to be another reason why. So here we go. Last rail fanning segment, folks. 7653. Another M7 train coming at the moment. So once again, this train does not stop at Auburndale and Murray Hill. It will only be stopping at Broadway. And again, I know the next train that is going to be leaving is after 3:20. That train will be stopping at Auburndale and Murray Hill, which again, when I call Auburndale, I call it Auburndale Ostom Hall. That's what I call the station. So here we go. This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Bayside. And look how quickly they closed the door. I mean, it's amazing. So they really get it on point. So here we go, folks. I think I'm actually going to go up the Douglaston Parkway stairs because, you know, when I'm in the mood to, why not? Why not? I mean, I don't mind. Get you one more view. I just need to get a picture for the thumbnail and then we'll wrap up this video. But, overall at the station, again, Douglaston has a good rep. It's a very quiet area. Even though you have to have a lot of money to live out here, but, you know, this used to be another part of old blue-collar Queens. I remember as a kid from the 90s to early to mid-2000s. Oh boy, I think I see more graffiti down there. That sucks. Yep, I definitely see some graffiti, alright. That's something. So I'm gonna walk up. Ooh, more graffiti. That's disgusting. I mean, look how much graffiti is here. I mean, this is disgusting. My goodness. Not as bad as what Floral Park was. Somebody damaged the sign at Floral Park, which I am working on going next month to Floral Park. I'm gonna get one thumbnail for the video. So one last look. I'll get you a look at the graffiti because this is disgusting. Look at this. Right down there. There's graffiti. And there's more of it up there, I think. I can't show you, but yeah, we're gonna walk up the steps. Other way with the ramp and underpass. I don't really care. I want to go up the steps anyway to walk back to Douglaston Parkway from the opposite direction because, again, that's where my bus stop is and I have to wait for the Q12. So, yeah, with that being all said, that's going to wrap up the Douglaston Summit. We actually did some rail fanning today, so that went pretty well in my opinion. So I'm going to wait for the cars to go by. I don't really want to cross the street. I go down there, it's a waste of time. I see a sign down there, but I don't want to go near there because that's closer to the bay. So I'm going to cross the street. Oh, I think there's one more place I can show you before I start recording. Yep. One last view of the Port Washington branch. Hey, they are cleaning up the park today. Oh boy, folks. I do see more graffiti. Can't show you it, but there's definitely more graffiti here. Yeah, it's just a real estate office. That being all said, that's going to wrap up this surprise summit here at Douglaston. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. And like I always say in each and every end of the video, until next time, please take care.